Today we're going to talk about getting you more money for your home. Hey, real estate friends and fans and home sellers, specifically Jeremy Larkin here with the Larkin Group home selling team. Guys, today I want to talk about being in the market, being out of the market in a place, the worst place, purgatory, real estate purgatory, which is called no man's land. You know, one of the things that we've run into for decades, and at this point we've helped nearly 2,000 families buy or sell real estate here in Washington County. It's a huge number, right? And in Iron County. And one thing that hasn't changed since I got into this business 2 decades ago is that home sellers, I know I've been one, home sellers, they want the most money for their home, duh, right? And it's really emotional because our home is very different than even a car, right? And a lot of people love their vehicle. A home is a place where you raise family, you start families, you end families, right? Divorces, birth, death, call it life and death, okay? There's a lot of emotion, and what happens is people tend to overprice their property, hoping that, but what if a buyer pays it, right? But what if a crazy California buyer comes along? Well, I want to talk to you about being in versus out versus in no man's land of the market, okay? So guys, if we look at this graph, we have conditions versus the comps, what we call comparables. Most people selling a home know what comparables are. That's your competition. And we have price versus comps, okay? And here's the deal, guys. What happens is typically what we get is sellers will have, this is kind of funny, sellers will actually have not a great condition, many of them, and not a great price. So they'll be really expensive and have a really average condition for their home. And they find themselves in what's called out of the market, okay? The further we get into having a good condition, I wish I could do a thumbs up, a good condition and a really competitive, that's supposed to be a dollar sign, price, you get yourself closer to in the market. Well, most people know like what a dumb price is. Like, you know, their house is worth 500 and I might say, well, you could ask 700. And they're like, Jeremy, of course I wouldn't ask 700, right? I mean, I'm not dumb, you're not. But what's scary is that there's this little gray area, this purgatory that we call no man's land. It's where you just want to try for a little bit. And we say, hey, I think you need to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C to the condition of your home to help it show and ultimately show better and sell for more money. And people go, do I have to? I'd rather not, okay? Well, it leaves you in no man's land. What we want to help you do is prepare your home so you have the very, very best condition versus your competition. And we want to help you price your home so it's very appealing. I want you to look at this like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, right? You're trying to be appealing and there are many choices for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I know it's horrible TV, right? I actually don't watch it, but I certainly know what it is. We want you to be the best priced and best conditioned property in the market, which will ultimately, here's the paradoxical reality, will actually cause your sales price to go up. We are still seeing bidding wars here in Washington County. I just sold a home in Bloomington. I had 3 offers like competing against each other and others were coming and we said no more because the seller they did not want to deal with more. Guys, let's keep you out of no man's land. Let's keep you out of real estate purgatory and in the market. It takes courage. It might take a few bucks or some elbow grease, but ultimately you are going to get more money.